Hey, what's going on, positive people? Merry Christmas. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. And this is the time of year. It's honestly one of my favorite times of year because I get to collab with so many of my friends that I've made over the years in the Christian hip hop media space. And today, I would like to welcome to the show of the Trackstarz, DJ Jeremaya. Say what's up to the people.
What's going on, everybody? Everybody in DJ Plus land. Thank you for having me. You have a wonderful mayor.
Yeah, man. I didn't know how to land, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't know how many. I don't know what the population is, but I'll take it.
Whatever that tribe is, man, you feeding them and you constantly feeding them, and it's a blessing.
Gotcha. I know my wife and my 2 kiddos are in there, so if it's just population 3, I'll take it. So so today we did this last year. It was a whole lot of fun. DJ Jeremiah does a very good job of just being very balanced when it comes to covering Christian hip hop, showing love to the little guys as well as the big men and women in the space. So I decided to bring him on back again this year just to talk about some of his favorite singles in Christian hip hop, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about his top 50 CHH singles. And before we hop into the list, DJ Jeremiah, let them know just kind of your thought process in making this list.
I feel like my process is always like it's a continuation of the copy section. You know, every week we release the copy section. Every week we release the copy section on Trackstarz page, and it's like the stuff. It's a lot of singles. Like shout out to Dad by Faith. He's one of my plugs. That's like he always releases like everything that comes out that week, and I really choose from that 11 singles, 11 albums. If it could be shorter than 11 albums, but single wise is always 11. So I have to choose between, like, let's say 25 songs drop. I have to choose between those 25 which gets in it. So it's very exclusive. It's not exclusive like to like shun people, but it's exclusive for me. You know what I mean? And then also, I'm a very competitive person when it comes to like helping people turn away from like mainstream hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm like I trying to find like that best sounding, even in that sound of mainstream hip hop, to find something that's very either better than that or on the same level as that. So I think for anybody out there that's like, man, thank God for Big Swiss and DJ B Plus conversation, because they're gonna get a boom bap guys. I'm gonna give y'all some boom bap.
Yeah.
But overall, it is more mainstream sounding stuff, because honestly, that's what my forte is a little bit.
Yeah.
But I appreciate boom bap. I appreciate the Griselda sound, the gritty CHH sound. We have some gritty CHH people in this 50 list. But majority of time, honestly, is mostly more mainstream sounding stuff. So
that's dope. Yeah. And I appreciate people who lean on their fortes, just because it's important to have that. We're not the listener isn't monolithic. Therefore, like, the people covering Christian hip hop should be monolithic as well. I'm actually gonna bring on I call him Boom Bap Seven from Adam, because his list is always 8 out of 10 are gonna be boom bap. So I'm gonna bring him on for this CHH 2K24 series as well, just to get his perspective on here as well. And there's another thing that I love about how you do your top 50. Talk a little bit about the frequency that a person can be on the list. Talk about that real quick.
For me, it's just I like it, bro. Like I think the bonus is if it's a single and I like it, then it's like a plus. Like if you as the artist put this out and it's your single, like I know I picked some stuff that was probably like, I know KB didn't officially drop some singles like that, but he had one record that was going crazy. So I was like, I like that record, I'm gonna put that on there. But stuff like that, I would say, just the criteria is just like, of course you had to drop in the same year. Like I can't pick songs from last year. Unless it was a remix, like we have a couple remixes.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we are on here that dropped last year, but they did a remix and added some people on there. And then also, man, just looking at it from, like I said, stuff that I thought was fire, that I thought was hot. We also got somebody on here that basically we've been doing this thing called Iron Sharpens Iron on our Trackstarz page, on every Friday, which is more independent artists go against independent artists, and she been killing it. Like she got a legit following of people that love her, and she's dope. And I was like, okay, well, you know, we going towards the end, and she almost at the finish line. So I was like, man, let's just put it in. You know what I mean? Because what the thing is, if you win seven rounds, you're going to be in my my CHH top 50 list, singles list. And she's just been killing it, man, killing it. And regardless of who I put her against, her people come and like vote for her and support her. And that showed me too. Also, that this whole Iron Sharpens Irons thing showed me that a lot of people don't have like followers or people willing to support them. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like a lot of people don't have that, man. And I just think like that's one is crazy. It's like, man, you know, because you look at their monthly listeners and they got a lot of monthly listeners, or they got a lot of, followers on social media. But like in reality, I feel like they just people don't support, because we ask the same artists to like we collab with them. So it's like, you know what I mean? Them, Trackstarz, and then all their names and stuff. Yeah. And we barely, it's been a few, but a lot of people, they just don't have it. You know what I mean? They don't have that following support. Like that. Yeah. So, gotcha. But yeah. But that's pretty much it, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So for our listeners out there, so you're not going to see like 5 songs by one artist on here. So like if it's probably gonna be like their best single, or according to Jeremaya, their best single off of that one album. So you're not gonna have like 4 Tory Deshaun songs off of his Come and See album. You're probably just gonna get like just that one off of there, or same thing for No Big Deal, and the list kind of goes on and on. So all the
and just to clarify, I'm sorry to cut you off. Just to clarify that, I think because I want to be fair, man. I feel like to have a list like this and just have a bunch of one person have like 5 songs, you know what I mean? I could think of easy like a Jared Sanders. Like Jared Sanders put out quality music this year, and he could literally be on this list a couple times. But I just think it's like, let's give other people a shot. Let's give other people who don't like some people that you guys are going to hear that you know, but then you're going to hear some people on here that you don't know that dropped a project or dropped something this year, the single that is kind of hard, and it's like, yo, I want to check that person out. You know what I mean? I think to like, that's kind of gatekeeping to me. It's like, let's just put the same people over and over that I just personally like. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
that's dope. That's dope. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this first batch. So what I did is I've just kind of broken up his top 50 list into different categories. Another thing you're going to get with this list, you're not going to get, this is the 50th song all the way down to the first song. It's not going to be a list like that. This is just going to be the complete 50 top 50 singles according to DJ Jeremaya. And you're on the team. If you make the list, you're on the team. No reason to figure out where you're at on the team. So let's go ahead and kick this off with some of the vets in this space. Some of the vets had a very strong year. Some can say this is the year of the vets. But let's go ahead and kick off with our first batch of songs.
Reversing them family curses. Get out your dictionary if Linnell grant you a verse, and don't play with Flogic. That's bogus. They coded in Mongolia. KB had you living on prayer. Hill Bon Jovi, your parents ain't playing. Bag and double it back and copping the bands, I try to run up a tab and up in the mag and follow the trends, I try to hustle and brag and up in the flag and holler revenge, I try to good money problems pop up. Get a little change and the family members pop up. When you broke, they disappear. Standing on my own with my own, that's a lot, bro. Every time I got it.
Selfish ambition is taking over, it's a business decision. Follow me now. Then when that experiment don't work, what they do then? It's right back to the church. Some people just playing the game. Wow. True hurts. And they play it well.
Reflect the glory of the Lord, I know. With a shiesty master, no, reflect the glory of the Lord, I know.
All right. So that is our first first batch of songs.
Man, amazing records, amazing. KB, of course, always comes through. Did you played? You started off with KB. I'm
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It ain't
Yeah,
safe.
yeah. It ain't safe. It ain't safe was hard. Say the titles again, because I
Yeah,
can't
so
remember how you.
so the ones we played there
Oh
was
yeah.
let me make sure I get this right here. Let me make sure I get this right. So we kicked things off with It Ain't Safe by KB, followed that up with The Caterpillar by J Monty. Next up was by Jared Sanders, Pop Up by Tadashi, Lukewarm by D1, and lastly, Shiesty by Fern.
Yeah. Shout out to Fern, man. Social Club will always have a heart in the Trackstarz heart, because they we interviewed them at Flavor Fest a couple years ago, and they just blessed us, man. That was the one that really helped us go viral. Like one of the interviews we did, they retweeted it and everything. So if you're an artist out there and you pop off, man, help media and CHH, man. Don't just be excited to go on mainstream platform. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, the ones that kind of stood out from that block, of course, I love that record. When I heard that, I was like, yo, Jerry is Scott. He's like sliding on this like this, some ice skates. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And then also the Caterpillar record. I think that the reason why I like that record so much was, of course, it came with the controversy with the Jackie Hill Perry saying like it's not a lot of lyrical people in CHH, and you know, which I have some things I was like, man, why did she say that? She could have just said this or that. Yeah. But then it was a lot of responses to that. But J Monty's response was, let me show you these people. Let me highlight these folks that y'all may not know, or people who saying there's no lyrical people in this. Let me tell y'all about these folks. And he has like, J Monty, I don't even know if he has songs with all those people. He just made saying like, these people are dope and you need to check them out. And I love that about that. So that's why I picked that record. And then the D1, which is like a shot record, which is like kind of a diss record. Lukewarm is kind of taking shots. But at the same time, it's very informative. It's very like, it's a temperature check. It's like, you know, as a Christian rapper, like, where am I? Am I doing this for the right reasons? Am I doing this to get people? If I'm doing this to just cross over, what am I doing this right? Am I hot for God I could be hot on a mic for God as a lyrical giant or rapper, but my motives hot or cold, or am I lukewarm? You know what I mean? So I like that record as well. And of course Tadashi is just the OG, man. You know, he is. Know, and in different things. So yeah. So I had to put him on the list. He had a good EP too. I'll shout out to the coming out with the top 50 albums of CHH. You know what I'm saying? Nice. That list is going to probably drop soon too. You know, but I always do albums. I respect albums, man. I grew up on albums, bro. Yep, same here. I didn't grow up on EPs or mixtapes like that. I mean, they were around in my time as well. But I grew up on albums, reading liner notes, all that. So I really love an album. So man, that's why people may be like, "Yo, such and such dropped the EP. That was dope. Why that's not on?" I'm like, I don't do projects. I did that one year. And I was like, okay, I can't do projects no more. I do albums because I love albums so much, man. Yeah. And it's just amazing. So shout out to Tadashi, dropped an amazing EP. But that single, I really like that song, one of the songs off the EP. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick that too. So
yeah. So that's a great way to start off the top 50. The Caterpillar joint, man. I remember exactly where I was at when I heard it. I was out on my lunch break, sitting out in my car, and I was just like, because I've been hearing about it, because obviously like the whole controversy, and it's always one of those things where I always refer to Jackie Hill Perry as the Jackie Hill Perry. Like, she holds space in my heart. And I just, what she said was there's not a lot. She didn't say there wasn't any, but some people got in their feelings and they were tweeting about it every other day, and I was just kind of like, it was a little irritating to me. But again, I'm a Jackie Hill Perry fan, but I like the way, like you said, the way he just made a point to just highlight and shine a light on all these dope artists.
Yeah, I didn't. To me, because I'm on a chat that has some killers in our space, and some of them kind of took it like, man, why she say that? Da, 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 da. Yeah, I get both points though. I get both points, and the aftermath of those points of like what she was saying. Well, some of this sound like idolization, but then from their perspective, it's like, you don't know, you haven't been in this space for like a couple years. Like, you know, the iconic people in here, you've done records with them, the Bells, the Swoops, the the Truths and all these other people, but it's a new batch of MCs in this that's like going crazy. And if you would have just said, I haven't been in this long, who's the new guys out? I know about Indie Tribe, but who else? You know what I mean?
Yeah. He definitely could have did it better.
Yeah. But I mean, both parties could have did it better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I love what J Monty did. I think that was the more classiest way, being like, okay, let me show you there's some kids in this space, and do it in my artistic form. You know what I mean?
Right. And he's second to none.
Yeah.
J Monty is the homophone master, like he said on the recent Bodega project. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. And speaking of bigging up a lot of people, this next section is dedicated to a lot of the group efforts. And what I classify as group efforts are 3 or more people. 3 or more
posse cuts. They're posse cuts.
Yeah.
Well, we grew up on posse because I don't know if there's 3 people in a posse. 4 or more was a posse.
Yeah, 4 more. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let's keep it going.
These Christians ain't running. Come with y'all back. You moving on demon time. We casting them all out. These Christians ain't running. No. These Christians ain't running.
It was like a ball and chain was latched around my leg. I couldn't go far. Everything I touched was a failure. I tried so hard, tried to renew my mindset.
Give me 6 feet. Pro tip elite. Squad way too deep. Master, please don't get me gassed up. Told them I was next. They thought I was getting past up. Let go that depression.
Cross plus the chain when a righteous man hung from his hands with a hope dealer. There he go again, switching up on the cadence, talking that Bible talk. They ain't liking my language. Oh well, I can't ignore.
Holy live in concert. Jesus took the wheel, devil man. Now he yell on my bumper, but I fear no evil. I can't really. Fear no evil.
Bang out. Got a little light, we gon' let it shine. When we facing darkness, we gon' bang out. Got the light of Christ, we gon' let it shine.
All right. So
set a block.
Yes. Yeah. So let's read them off really quick. I may not be able to mention all the names because I don't want to be here all day. But but we kicked things off with Ain't No Running. Oh no, sorry, Ain't Running. And I followed that up with Run Lucifer. Followed that up with Stay Low. Fear No Evil. Oh, I forgot one. We'll get back to it. Little Light. And the one that I skipped over was Hip Hop. Now, Hip Hop, I never heard of anybody in that group before. So spend a little bit of time before we hop into all of them talking about that song Hip Hop.
Hip Hop is I didn't discover him. He was communicating with me. His name is June 6, and he has a group called Authentic Inc. I believe they're in the West Coast. And one of the gentlemen in the group is a blind guy I met at Flavor Fest. Peace Touring. I'm sorry, I messed his name up, but met him. Cool heart, man. Amazing testimony, man. Praying that God really restore his sight, because the way he lost his sight was crazy. But I met June 6th first.
Okay.
And he was like, hey man, I got an album. Can you listen to it? Right. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with anybody. If you're watching this and you're an artist, for me in this space, if you come to me and say, hey man, check out my album, I may check that out more than your single. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think for me, I need more albums and projects, for my copper section. So I need more of those. Singles is like, there's a lot of singles coming out. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yo, I could go through it and go through a lot of singles in a day, like to just try to find the good singles to put on the copper section. But if you got an album, I always have space for like that for albums, So he was DMing me and I was like, okay, let me listen to it. And he had some joints on it. And I was like, his name June 6th, Fall Back. And I was like, oh, this is hard, to the point that I put him in a line for line against Lupe. I think it's up on our Line for Line channel.
Okay. I must have missed that one.
Yeah. And I think the thing for him was his persistence of just like reaching out to me, to the point where I never released it, but I was going to try to do something where I was taking old school CHH songs, and like, you know how the DJ way, like you have those minutes at the end where they give you a little bit of the beat left.
Yeah.
I was trying to say, I was about to come out with something called Bridge the Gap, where it was like, yo, old school Christian hip hop over like new MCs over these beats.
Okay.
And I was thinking about doing that.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah. So I sent him one song and he did it. Like he just rapped over it and was about to like, yo, I'm gonna here, put it out. And then I just hadn't had time to really do it, like to really wanted to do what I wanted to do with it. So yeah. I kind of like made it fell to the wayside. But anyway, I felt like he was authentic and he was, man, dope. And then he comes back to me like a couple months later, like, hey man, I got this group called Authentic Inc. And we do this. We like, it's kind of a collective. And I was like, yo, bet. And then he was like, listen to the song. And I heard it. I said, oh, this is hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a dope record. And it became a single. It was on my copy section for the singles. And I was just like, yo, I want more people to hear about him, man, because these guys are putting in work. And the message behind it is still about the Lord. Like, it's still like, are you trying to do this for real? I see you. If you're trying to, you know what I mean? Like, hip hop was God's idea. If you're trying to do this, like, it was like really like, wow. You know what I mean? So shout out to him, man, and their crew. I don't know if I don't know if it's coming out with a group project. I think they are, but like that's dope. His project was dope to me. So when he slid this to me, I was like, yo, this is gonna be in my top 50. Got
it. So also in that group there was a lot of gritty. There was a whole lot of that CHH. So yeah. I think C4 made a couple appearances. Of course, we got like YP and Prodi. Yeah. Prodi made a couple appearances on this list as well. Q Flow from the TLS
crew, yeah.
So Say La the Corner, he's a vet in this space as well. So a lot of dope songs in that grouping right there. So we're gonna keep things moving.
And real quick, and Ain't Running is like gritty CHH too, but it's more of the East Coast, not like Griselda style East Coast, but like more like group project back in the day, East Coast, like banned from TV kind of, you know, vibe, you know. So I'm like, shout out to YP and Rick Matorno. I'm gonna mess up people's names, but shout out to them, man, because that joint is hard. It slides. It sounds like, you know, some squad type East Coast hip hop that I'm used to. So that's why I made the list for me.
Yeah, and that was a new song for me too. That one definitely slipped through the cracks for me. So so we're gonna move from groups. We're gonna move to collabs now. So we're gonna move to collabs. We're gonna kick things off with Anike and Lecrae.
Okay.
Right in your verses, they all got heavy filler. Shaq and Kobe, you're plastic phony, this rapping holy. Worship self at these cats is lonely, that's tragic, homie. Get some guidance, you have to bro.
Christian version of your favorite rapper, I am me.
Wow.
All right.
Collaborations, man.
Yeah, you gotta have some nice collabs. I always like when people have an idea for something and they pick just the right person to collab with. And there was a lot of that on there. Send That with Anike and Lecrae. That was, to me, she had a lot of dope songs on her project that came out this year. Anike with her name change. But I was happy that you picked that one. So talk to us about Send That.
I call when she rap, I call her Lil Neek. I put out in the comments all the time, like, go ahead, Lil Neek, and she laughed.
Yeah.
But no, I think It was honestly it was a real run. Another single was the joint with her and Portia.
Yeah.
You know, Lord, you were.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna put that, but then I was like, I want Lil Neek. I want hardcore Neek. So I was like, okay, let's go put send that. So of course, man, what she's done for the females in Christian hip hop, man, has been amazing. You know, them performing at the Doves, and she opened up her. She didn't have to open up her stage.
She didn't have to do that,
at all. And I feel like I know people talk about queens and different things, and I remember one time, this was like a couple years ago at Holy Smokes, and DJ Michael V was DJing. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
He had some good singles too. I just didn't put him on it. He's on his album Bodega too is definitely on my CHH album.
Okay, got you.
Top 50 albums of the year. But he said something that was ring, and he was DJing. He said, "Yeah, now presenting y'all the queen of CHH." And back then, one day. And at the time, I'm thinking like, yeah. I'm thinking like, yeah. I mean,
who else?
Like, I mean, Jackie was gone, and you know, we had some other people, but you know, we had the Heeson Lees and other people doing.
Oh yeah,
thing.
we definitely had some.
Yeah, but I think that Reach co-sign really took her to another level, and she's amazing at what she does, and she comes back. And to me now, she's as Anike, she's more. It feels like she's more confident, a little bit more. Like I don't know the name switch or whatever. It just feels like I've met her a couple times, and she's always been bashful and everything, and like kind of like not standoffish, but just more shy and reserved. Now I feel like she's like coming into her own. Yeah, so I feel like, man, I was like, she just had an amazing year, man, and you know, and rapping next to Lecrae, like not like. Like there's a feature. It's like, yo, I'm making sure my bars is up the par with Lecrae. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
You know, so she had to come up on this, man. It was very like, which way did I want to go? Because I could have went the calm and chill route with the You're Worthy joint, or I could have just went the hardcore Lil Neek. Lil Neek.
That's hilarious, man. So let's move to the next one. So actually, I just picked up what this artist's name. So the next song that we played was Battle Cry Reimagined, and this is by Verb Pro 12-4 and Darren Blackman.
Yeah.
So I just picked up that Verb Pro is Proverb. I just picked that up. Super slow. But this is my first time checking her out. So now I want to know what's Proverbs 12 and 4. So
we about to check that out.
But you go ahead.
Talk about she's the one that's been killing it in our Iron Sharpens Iron competition.
Got it.
And she's out of Texas. She's out of Dallas, I believe.
Okay, she's here. She's where I'm at.
Yeah, she's from there, and she's dope, bro. Like, she's really good. Like, when I mean, like, no, she's really good. Like, it's not like it'd be different if somebody was getting hyped and they weren't good. No, like she's really good. Like, she can rap, and she put out a quality song, like, so, and I'm like, okay, because like literally we have like one more week for her to do it, and I was like, I can't. We about to do this. I'm about to do this with DJ B Plus. I might as well just put her on this list, man, and give her the recognition, because she lasted the longest out of anybody in our competition so far.
Okay. Yeah.
So she deserves this, and she's really good.
Let me go ahead and read Proverbs 12:4. So Proverbs 12:4 is, a worthy wife is a crown for her husband, but a disgraceful woman is like a cancer in his bones.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's your name.
God, she said, I'm worthy. She said, I am not a cancer to my husband. Shout out to you for that, because we're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say that. Boost it up. EGR.
I'm saying, say it one more time. What'd you say?
Boost it up, Miles Minnick.
Oh, Miles, man, that's another one, man. Man, I love Miles Minnick, bro. Like,
me too.
I feel like he gets behind the scenes a lot of like a little jealousy from people, and stuff like that. But overall, man, his grind is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
He put out good records. He markets his records. I love Miles Minnick because I feel like he market his records very well. And and my business is a marketing business, so I love that when I see it. He always collabs with people, and when he collabs with them, he like makes sure they market it properly. So anytime he puts that out, but Boosted Up was the one that had me going. You know what I mean? I was like, I love this. He could have had some other records as well. I could have chose from him. Of course, with him in the Glow Collective, doing amazing things, man. He got the West on fire right now, bro.
He does.
And he's collaborating with some OGs from the West Coast, like not saved, but not like Christian artists, OGs. Yeah. And they seeing what he's doing.
Yeah.
He got a co-sign from
Big Boy.
Big Boy. He got a co-sign from DJ Head, who used to be Kendrick Lamar's DJ. Like, he got the West on fire right now, bro. And I'm happy to see him. He got a record with Camp 8 that goes crazy that I should have put on the list. Yeah, him and Bria Miles. So yeah, man. He's a champion for the West Coast right now, and he's waving that flag and it's glowing, baby. So yeah.
So he's definitely doing his thing. The next one, Blow the Whistle. I thought this the production on there was
it was hard.
Excellent.
It's hard.
So shout out to Scooty Wop and Big Breeze.
Yeah, they that tag team, man, they be getting it popping. Their chemistry is dope. Of course, you know, they were Vert Mob, and I don't know if they still doing Vert Mob, but yeah, when they get together, it's it's a crazy collab, bro, and it gets crazy. So that beat was hard, and they was doing their thing on it. Yeah.
Shaq and Kobe, a little Mr. Rail Q Flow.
Them are like the homies, man. Like I said, I'm on a group chat with a lot of those guys, and I really like that record, man. And it shows off like how Mitch is like his pen game is continue to be incredible. Yeah, they whole TLS thing. I remember I laughed at them. I was like, "Yo, y'all like Wu-Tang? It's like 20 dudes on this. It's like a bunch of guys." I was like, I remember I wanted to promote them. I was like, I can't act all these people. It was like. And then he showed me, I think it was him or Q Flow showed me like their page, not page, but like their communication, their Telegram page, just TLS. Man, that shit was like like the yellow pages for all them older people out there. I was like, God, all these people, who are these, bro? Like, how y'all do it? But they I would say this about that TLS situation. I believe, and I hope I don't get anybody upset by saying this, but I believe Q Flow is kind of like over that, if I'm not mistaken, or it's like a collaborative effort. But I know he's maybe the go-to guy. I believe. That's not it. And I think they handled that well. Him, Mitch Durrell, Proddy, and so many guys in that thing, and that their album, of course, made my 2024 CHH albums top 50 album. So yeah, man. So. I really love that record. I feel like their chemistry on that was really good.
Nice. And we'll round it out with Marty and Breno. I think I'm saying his name right.
Yeah.
Christian rapper. And it's another thing, like I said at the top of the list, is this really has been a year of the vets to some people. Seeing Social Club.
Yeah.
Where they're at now on this stage, and not really being Social Club, but operating as individuals. They're both killing it, and they both have made an appearance on here. So let's kind of pick things up. Let's pick things up and get back to some more solo songs, more solo singles. Let's keep it moving.
I'm with the Phantom riding low and the windows tinted. God said don't play with who he chose, and he really meant it. You gotta die to really grow. Is you really with it? Is you with this?
What you did to yourself. Life is a game and I'll come on the ref. Get mad all you want, they ain't calling no text. You think that you know, but I promise you don't. You can't draw a conclusion, not even a target.
Hip hop looking for a renaissance. Only problem is the Christians got it. But it's love more potent.
We gotta hold on to know God is approaching. Yeah, I see a little contract, but it's bogus. Then I came through with the book, it was loaded. Then I came through with the hook to decode it.
All right. So kicking things off with John Keith. Now, if I had my top 50 list, I had to pick one JK song. I always call him JK. I don't know why. If I had to pick one John Keith song, it probably would have been, but it's kind of more like singing, but God's Hands. That's like one of my favorite songs. But quick story about With It. I ended up getting, I was gifted 2 tickets by Big Swiss to go to the People We Became tour. And I brought a guy with me who not familiar with Christian hip hop. Like I literally had to send him a bunch of stuff like from Indie Tribe of Clesso and John Keith before the concert. And when we get there and after the concert, one thing he said, but one thing we were talking about JK's set, he was like, what was that one song? And I'm like, which song? And I thought he was talking about With It. And he was just like, was that a diss song? Like, who was he talking about? And I was just like, that's the one pushback. I'm just like, that situation got a little ugly for me. I didn't like it too much.
Yeah, but they reconcile. They reconcile.
They reconcile. But for some people, they're like, the song is still up though.
Yeah,
and he's still performing it. So it's like, I don't know. I know, and that's part of the reason why Big Swiss, he was vocal about it. Like that's part of the reason why Big Swiss didn't want to go, because he just didn't want to support that. And I was just like, if you want to, he gave me that ticket. That's not my conviction. That wasn't my conviction, so I went ahead and went. But I did recognize that shout out to my homie Keegan. He did say that like that just kind of the spirit of that song just didn't sit right with him. And I was like, I thought that was interesting.
With it. You know what's so funny? I feel like out of all the songs that he dropped this year, the ones I went back, just like you, I was going back and I was listening through some of these. I was listening through different singles because a lot of these guys drop singles. Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me go back and listen to stuff. And I was listening through it, and I was like, I like this one the best, man. This is, you know what I mean? Even regardless the disses, I just feel like that one the best. Like it felt like it was the best single that he put out to me. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna go with that one. You know what I'm saying? He has some other joints on here as well, but I just felt like I like that one the best. And I was gonna go with that. I didn't really think about the diss like that. I just felt like it was just he was vibing to it, and he was rocking out to it. So
the cadence, the beat, I mean, all that was all top tier, all top tier.
And I know, and to be fair, I think a lot of people love Bryson. So it's like, yo, you getting at my guy? What are you doing? You know what I mean? Kind of deal. So, you know.
Yep. It was definitely an interesting time this year. Definitely interesting time.
Yeah, CHH was trying to rival mainstream a little bit too much.
Dude, it got exhausting for a while. Just like, all right, no more records. No more records. But I am glad that they all got to sit down in person and actually have some sort of reconciliation. So we also had What Up RG in this batch. We had some Aha Gazelle. I would say the MVP of CHH this year, if there was such a thing, No Big Deal, made an appearance.
Yeah.
Another guy who's representing the West Coast, Mission.
Yeah.
Very, very underrated. He's a vet himself. So
yeah, he is.
Those were the songs that you guys just heard there. Any other ones you wanna talk about really quick before we move on?
Real quick. And it may take us a difference. I don't know.
Okay.
Who's the big three of CHH right now?
Gosh. Oh, this question. All right. Right now,
not like all time. I'm talking about like right at this moment.
At this instance, I would say KB.
Yeah.
I still say Lecrae.
Okay.
And I say No Big Deal.
Got you.
I want to say Andy.
Okay.
I want to say Andy, but I'm not going to say Andy. I'm going to say No Big Deal.
To me, Lecrae, and it's just me talking, I think Lecrae is past the big three. You get what I'm saying? Like he's
somewhere different. He's a different strategy.
Yeah, okay. I don't like using icons in our space because that's kind of blasphemous. But it's almost like Jay-Z, right? Like we're not saying Jay-Z is part of the big three now. It's like he's past that. He's different. He's an anomaly.
Hey, no pun intended.
But I feel like I do believe KB, No Big Deal, and I'm trying to find like the third person. I'm back in my mind is keep saying Miles, but
yeah, currently, yeah,
you know what I mean. But somebody could put John Keefe in it. You know who could be in part of that big three that people don't talk about? Two people. And we about to play.
I got one too.
Forrest Frank.
Oh God.
And Caleb Gordon.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro. And we probably talk about this. Forrest Frank is doing arenas.
He is. Well, I think some of that is because of where he came from.
Got you. Okay.
He brought in. He's not like. It's not like all his fans are CHH.
Got you.
Like I would venture to say more than 50% of his fans came with him from his days with Surfaces, and then just like his style of music is not really as rappy, so it's more pop.
Like Bobby pop rap.
Yeah.
Which I love. I'm a big pop fan.
Like,
I love pop music. So
I actually loved them. I actually loved the band Surfaces when it was back in before his CHH days. I was a big fan of that. Another person who deserves to get thrown in here is Eshawn.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of names. There's a lot of names when it comes to picking the big three for sure.
Or even Jay Monty.
Monty is the homophone master. Nobody can rap like him. Period. Point blank. End of discussion.
Jay Monty.
Oh, Jay Monty.
Yeah. Man, he could be in this too. It's so many guys. But for me, it's not just about your bars, because there's a lot of bar heavy people in here. Because if it's just about bars, we got a plethora of names to put in here. But to me, I feel like who's pushing this forward? Like, it's not just about your rapping game, because there's a lot of people that could dopely. There's a lot of dope people that can rap. But who pushing this genre forward? Like, Miles is pushing it forward. No Big Deal is pushing it forward, like you said. You know what I'm saying? KB is pushing this forward. So it's like, are you pushing this forward, or are you just like me and my guys are just hot and I'm dope? Yeah. Or are you pushing it forward? Because pushing it forward looks like starting your own. Like, imagine if I don't know. I think C4 Cortona maybe over Gritty CHH. I don't know.
Yeah,
but like whoever's over that. Imagine if they started like an event where it's just Gritty CHH artists.
Yeah,
that's almost like Glow. That's almost like Glowfest, and that's almost like Holy Smoke. I mean, Holy Smoke was kind of like that, but like just Gritty New York CHH or Gritty West Coast CH. Like you get what I'm saying? Like that's something different to say. I'm pushing this forward. Yeah, I'm pushing this forward. Yeah, that's pushing. To me, that's pushing forward, because to me, I think we're past the days of like. Well, we may not be. Well, album sales, we're doing good, like doing good album wise on like iTunes and stuff. Because I think we're so used to charting as a space that it's like, oh wow, such and such charted very well, or this person charted, or they charted. But now it's to the point it's like, using Miles again. Yeah. It's like people are talking to him not just about the music; they're talking about what he's doing, like how Glowfest is happening, how he's selling out these places that some mainstream people can't sell out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, that's like, you pushing this forward, bro. Like you're trying to leave a legacy. It's not just like your music. It's like, I'm trying to make this a movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I follow you. I follow you for sure. But there definitely needs to be, at the very least, the same way that Reach Records has a summer playlist. Yeah. There needs to be a fall Gritty playlist. I don't know who needs to spearhead it, but like, I feel like that should be a thing, because fall weather, you got your hoodies on, you got your shiesty mask on. It's just like, it just feels like that's the type of energy that happens around fall time. I mean, Halloween is around the corner. Like, it's just a very, the weather, the leaves are falling. The sun's going down a little bit earlier. So you just, it just feels like Gritty season. So they need to have a Gritty playlist. So
without the mask, man, that mask is demonic.
It really is.
Church people put that mask on and be like, yo, he look right there. Let me go get some pockets.
Let me go get my oil real quick. Let's keep going. Let's go from Gritty to talking about the ladies. And last year when we talked, I shared a story about how when I first got on Twitter, I was new to the whole space, and I did some type of graphic, and I had no women from CHH on it. Oh, wow. And you kind of hit me on the side like, you gotta you gotta do better than this. So that's been ingrained in my head. All my sets on my radio show have women in it now. Like almost every 15 minutes, you're gonna hear a female artist. I do full sets dedicated, so I credit that to you for getting me into shape and telling me how to do this media thing better. So.
No, honestly, I think for me it came out of meeting different women in the space and seeing like their voice trying to be heard in this.
Yeah.
And hearing them go like, yo, I mean, I know one of the loudest was Portia. She was like, yo, y'all got to start putting some of us on these festivals. Like even like the
tours and stuff.
The tours, or even doing Rolling Loud. I was happy about that. I was like, I wish they had a woman on it though. But I think that was amazing. Like shout out to DJ Sense and everybody that's that was a part of that, Sense and Rodney Jerkins. But I wish they did have a lady on it. That was my only request. Like, yo, man, y'all, if y'all can get a woman on this thing, this would have been hard. Yeah. But they killed it regardless. But yeah, I think we're in the time, man. You gotta look at, man, mainstream females are out there. They out there two ways. They're out there like you presently see them, and they out there saying crazy stuff. So it's like the same. Yeah. We gotta push our ladies that are dope. Like if they're dope, push them. Like yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why I go back to Anika, like what she's doing, and even like her Holy Girls, and they coming out and they saying they got stuff coming, and she like might be doing the tour. Like I'm excited about that because I'm like, it's time, man, because now it's to the point where some like in the mainstream, the ladies are attracting guys to the point where the guys are vibing to their stuff. So it's like we can't be biased no more. We can't be like, oh, they whack or they don't know how to rap. Like, come on, man. It's like it's too many dope female rappers in this space, man, to be just like throwing them to the wolves.
Yep. And if you're new to the Christian hip hop ladies space, pay close attention to these next few songs.
Yep.
As forgiveness, I'm back up in it with the task to finish. The mission been it, I've been this sentence. If adjectives giving magic, then this is for bunny rabbits who care for mentions. They talking baby Christians, give them garbage to his audience like their name is Brenda. Think it's crazy laws.
I'm a warrior, I become when I'm weak. If you want to find out, you gotta see. What it got on my plate and I'm finna eat. Yahweh, Yahweh, always amazing. Yahweh, Yahweh, always amazing.
Could not hold me down. Won the battle, undefeated. Watch everybody get their crown. Now I'm walking in my season. I say, who did it? God did it. I say, who did it? God did it.
Okay.
All right. So there you have it. Some of the ladies in this space that were killing it this year. A few names or one name in particular. Well, two names on there that I'm not completely familiar with. So that was dope. Always getting put on. That's why I love bringing other dope DJs on, because our we have like a little big space. That's what I like to say. It's a little big space. Yeah. You can feel small at times, but then there's sometimes where you're just like, man, I never heard of this person. So so let's talk about well, the first one I want to talk about is the Kid Lee joint.
Yeah. That's a sample. That joint sound like a sample. I don't know what the sample is. It gave me 80s vibe. Yeah, 80s, 90s. I was like,
I'm trying to, because I went down a rabbit hole one day and I felt like I almost had it one day. It was on the tip of my tongue, but then I didn't have it.
Yeah, I don't know. It got to be a sample, bro, because I listened to that. I was like, that song sounds so familiar, bro. I can't remember, but she was killing it.
Yeah.
And she dropped a lot of music too that I could have chose from, but I really like that record. And if she was trying to cross over with that, or like trying to like I'm gonna try to do something different, then she got me, because I really love that song. So
yep. So obviously Jackie Hill Perry kicked things off on that list. Also we heard Brianna Shanae.
Yeah,
God Did It. We also had Feminine Era by Patrina DeLacy.
Yeah.
We had Nisa Mo by Toya Love. Very, very dope song. Yeah. And then, of course, High C, the Holy Girl Crew, Portia Love, Anike, Queen Lee. Who else was on there? Was anybody else on there?
TK Lee.
Yeah. TK Lee. So, yeah. Very, very dope set. The ladies are killing it. They always have been.
And honestly, we probably got on another one coming up some more women that wasn't just on this one. It was collaborations and stuff. Shout out to Scotland, stuff.
And that's the thing. Like there were so many women represented on your 50 that they all couldn't fit in just a ladies section. They had they're all throughout just because like they have been killing it this year. They have been killing it.
And you got it, and you got to, man. Like if people don't have women on their list, it's just like, what we doing, bro? Like you can't ignore it. Even to the point I saw a post by Proper XL talk about it. Like we can't deny female Christian hip hop artists anymore. They're doing stuff like they got a reality show coming out. They came on our show. Some people came on Trackstarz show, pushing a reality show that is going to be more positive reality of women working together. It's like their time is coming. You know what I'm saying? Or their time is here. You know, and we can't just be like, you know, nah. You know what I mean? Like unless you just don't want to. Now, if you don't want to, I'm not gonna force nobody to do anything they don't want. but to just dilute somebody because no, you know what I mean? Like there's a young lady, the Brianna young lady. She oh
my bad. That's my mom. Shout out to my mom.
Yeah. Brianna, she has an album out. It's more gritty Southern hip hop, and she recently like really decided to like, I'm gonna do Christian music because she was doing mainstream, and she released a song that was more faith-based, and she was like, God showed her like, yo, you could really do this for us, for the Lord. And she was like, okay. She changed her whole profile. She changed, you know, she dropped all the music off that was old music, and now she's really doing it for the Lord. And she has that feel. She but she does have the Glorilla, Sexy Red type vibe that is needed for this space where it's needed. Like, it's needed. You gotta, like, I realized this, man. People gotta be reached, man. We gotta reach people from the person that's like, you know, the nicest person that you ever meet to the gutterest person, like, you know,
they all need it.
Yeah, Christian hip hop, we have a form that people could be reached from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like the kid that led a party that's like on the West Coast got a Miles Minnick, and then a kid who's grimy and gutter and like that Griselda sound. We got people for them. You know what I mean? We got the C4 Katonas, the Dayton's. Like, it's anybody for this space. And I feel like there may be a woman out there that's like, you know, I like Anike. She's dope. She's good, but she's not really speaking my language, and she may find somebody else that's speaking her language. And I think, you know, to hear that song, it was gritty, it was dope, and I was like, man, you know, I respect what she's doing. So I'm gonna give her a shout out because she's on her album was really good too. So that's why I used.
What's the name of the album?
Self-titled.
Okay,
it's a self-titled album.
Okay,
you know?
got you.
Yeah,
that's good to hear. That's definitely good to hear. The ladies, like I said, they were just not only in this section of the top 50, but they were scattered throughout, and you will have some more coming up. Let's keep moving. Let's get back to some singles. We're gonna kick things off with a song that has now turned into an EP.
So I had to let go, and let go. All I know is go hard. Now I know.
Everything that we go through is word, let us know to. Let it go and go to God. I know who the glory goes to, know who I can go to. Ready, said I go to God. Hey, ready, said let's go to God.
Purifying. Cause all that pressure made a diamond, a diamond, a diamond. Yeah, a diamond, a diamond, a diamond. And I'll be here shining, I'm shining.
You got hey, how the song go? How the song go? Hit a breakthrough, broke a stronghold. How the song go? You know how the song go.
When you say you have faith, you improve it. Man, it's time to go dumb, go stupid. Get moving, get sorted.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some more people from the Glow side of the state,
CJ
Glow side of the country, excuse me. So shout out to them. That was a strong set right there. Every last one of those songs are really, really good. Gotta send a shout out to Young C.
Yeah,
that Fred flip. I love a good Fred Hammond flip, man.
Yeah, he killed that. I remember when we people were telling me, like Young C needed to do a line for line, and I was like, okay, we're gonna check his stuff out and everything, because I've heard of his name, but I never, like, you know how you hear people.
Yeah.
Like you said, this space is a big little space, so you hear people, and like I remember we was at Flavor Fest, and I was talking to Trig about him, and he's like, yeah, he's dope, man. He's really good. So when we did our line for line with him, and he had that song, I was like, like Fred is making some money off CHH, because
yeah,
a lot of people flipping his records, but that was one of the best flips I heard. That's up there with Scooty Wop's No Weapon to me, like as one of the best flips in this space for and I know a lot of other people have done it too, but that when I heard how he flipped that, I was like, oh, that's hard, bro.
Yeah,
so
good.
I definitely made that one of my put him on a list, top 50 CHH singles. So
yeah, that joint with Zay Hill, Diamond.
Yeah,
that's a nice one too.
Yeah, it is. It's a dope. Zay Hill is one of the hardest working men in CHH. I told him, I was like, yo, you and 1K need to do an album together called The Hardest Working Men in CHH.
Yeah,
because they like every week I see his name, either every week or every other week I see his name on a collab with people. And he got a good heart too. We met him. They did an event. Rep the King did an event here in Atlanta.
Okay,
they brung him, and Zay Hill is tall as crap, bro. Like you
really?
Yeah, he's really tall. I didn't know he was that tall. He's taller than me, so I'm like, I'm near 5'10", near 6 feet. He like tall, and I'm like, oh snap! And he got his own, you know what I mean? He got his own team and everything, and I think he got a distribution deal through Amplified, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So, but yeah, man, he's a hard worker. But that Diamonds record was so dope. When I heard it, I was like, yo, this is hard. Like, I like this joint. So, of course, I did go with Zay Hill's Diamonds. So, yeah.
Got you. And speaking of, you mentioned that him and Few need to collab. Let's go ahead and get into some more collabs.
Yeah,
man, there's a lot of ones I really, really like on here. A couple of these are my anthem songs. So let's go ahead and hop into it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let it come through. Yeah, let it come through. No shame in my love, and I'm keeping it coming, cause when it's all over, you ain't the one judging. Say this with me. You are not the father, you are not.
I think you cook it live, that's hello fresh. Throwing my 20 to 80 is flex. Life is just a house of cards. I'm raising my pets, I'm moving a deck. Peter before I knew.
What you waiting for? Unless you waiting on God, I'ma tell you it's time. It's time, 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 it's time. Unless you waiting on God, I'ma tell you it's time. It's time, it's time, it's time, it's time.
Like you control your life, huh? It's a thin line and you walking on a tightrope.
I know before you were formed in the womb of your mother, before you were birthed in this earth, set you apart from the others. You were mine before your father, mother.
Classics ain't a sturdy job. If they don't see my worth, is you still a worthy God? If I knew it wouldn't work out, would I still work this hard? I'm sure they went real hard. Memories of my dreams.
Man, so many, like, I keep saying that this whole set had a bunch of bangers in it, but like the whole top 50 does, but those collabs right there. So we had Come Through with Tory Deshaun and KB. We had Hello Fresh with 808 Busy or Beezy and Big Breeze. Child like CC and KB, It's Time. What else did we have? What else did we have in that list? We had Tightrope with Thailand
and
Too Cool Tiff.
Too Cool Tiff, yeah.
McCray and Beam, Lift Me Up.
Yeah.
Work Real Hard, Jackie Hill and Swoop.
Yo, I messed up. Work Real Hard came out in 2022, but in replace of that, I'm gonna replace it with Chasing Ghosts by Swoop and Lecrae. My bad.
Man, those were all really, really, really fire records.
We knew Jackie was coming back when I heard that. I was like, oh, she on her way. She coming back. I knew it back then. I mean, she would always do like freestyles on her on her IG page, but when I heard that, I was like, 'cause that was in the top of the year. That Swoop album, was on the top of the year, and I was like, oh, she on her way. She coming back. But Swoop killed his verse too, so
very dope song. That Lift Me Up with Lecrae. The first time I heard that song, I was like, I'll pass. It's crazy. And then like 3 weeks later, it came on when I was shuffling my music.
Yeah.
No, I was listening to somebody's playlist. I'm not sure whose, but it came on and like I played it like 4 times in a row, and I immediately, like, the kids were probably tired of me playing that song.
Wow.
But yeah, I love Lift Me Up now. It's funny how songs can
Yeah.
do that to you.
Yeah, I feel you, because picking his singles for this year, I was going back and forth, and I was like, oh, Lift Me Up is all right. Yeah. But it's still one of the best records that, to me, he put out this year. You know what I mean? And you know,
Beam killed it too.
Yeah, Beam is a beast. Beam was in the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beat.
It's crazy. I was just like, tell Beam to sit there right there with you. I was like, what did Beam do? It's like that 50 Cent meme.
I was like, you coming for the Christians too? No, I think the funny part was like, basically he was telling them to choose a side. Like, like, you know, like, bro, I'm a producer. I just make people tracks. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was what a time. What a time this year. I blame Cat Williams.
Yeah, everybody can say that. Close the portal, Cat. Close the portal. He's saying he's about to going back on Club Shay Shay and keep the portal open.
He needs to close it. He needs to close that thing behind him. Let's talk about Thailand and Too Cool Tiff. That
man, dope. And I think this is for the gentleman out there that's like, yo, I can't get with the city girl thing. I can't get. Okay, we got some women in here.
We got something for you.
We got something for you. And these two ladies are the women that we got for you that got bars. Them a lot. And everybody know in the other groups they can rap too.
Absolutely.
That. But when I know for a lot of guys are like, I can't get with the the sound of mainstream sound of the day. I feel like Too Cool Tiff and Thailand are one of those representative. Them, AI, of course, Jackie, but like that boom bap, or even man, I'm having a brain fart. Nell.
Oh yeah.
Shy Speaks. It's a lot of female rappers that rap like on boom bap rap or those type of records, or very creative sounding records. So but I like that record a lot. I think Thailand and Too Cool killed that joint, man. Too Cool came in like a monster, you know what I mean? And Thailand is a beast too, man. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Then
we had a couple collabs with KB on here. So we had It's Time. That's like an anthem song.
It's Time. Child like killed that, bro. Like she killed that. And then we did something with her at the studio at Trackstarz. She did like a album release.
I saw that.
Yeah. She was there. It was cool, man. And that song is just dope, bro. Like it's
video too.
Yeah, that repetitiveness of it's time. It's like getting you amped. Like it's just like, bro, you know what I mean? So and I hate that she didn't. I know she dropped the EP, but I can't wait to the project because she signed to Capitol now. So yeah.
They better take care of it too.
Yeah, man.
We pulling up. All the CHH gonna pull up on you, Capitol. You don't want the smoke.
So we're excited, man. I'm excited for her, man, because she really about that life. Because I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be like Jesus or nothing. So I'm like, I hope they take care of her. Like I really do. Like don't try to change her. Let her just be raw and uncut. And
I promise you, all the CHH is gonna be knocking on the door.
Oh yeah. But you know what's so funny? And this is a little sidebar. In my mind, I'm like, they need people from the Christian hip hop culture to be A&Rs at these labels, bro.
They
need.
They can hire me if they want to, or you, or hey,
Mike LV, Wado.
You know who they should also
Swizz?
hire? They should hire Ryan
Righteous.
Yeah,
Ryan. Anybody from the space that know how to market people or know like, yo, that'll work, that won't work, that don't. Because I think the problem with it is like I think the thing that No Big Deal was dealing with when he was signed to Capitol was like they didn't know how to market him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
them.
But they know how to market our white brothers and sisters, but they don't know how to market.
They don't.
Black
They
people.
don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So what they need to do is they need to have behind the scenes. They need to have Ryan Righteous behind the scenes with all the relational stuff. He can handle all that. Then they need somebody like a Mike LV who's actually handling these people. Like they need like it's not one person. They need 2 or 3 people to be able to come in there and make sure.
And to me, it's not just. It's just not Capital. It's other labels too.
Yeah.
I think how do you market Christian hip hop? It's some people in here that know how to do it.
Yep. And if they just tap into, like, we have various just tap in with Holy Culture.
Yeah.
Tap in with Trackstarz. Just tap in with people who've been doing this for years, and
Zilla.
We'll show you how to do it.
Yeah, like I think we gotta figure that out, man, because I feel like there's no reason why a No Big Deal was signed to a mainstream and he didn't, and now he's doing better now than he was with, like, if I was at Capitol and I'm seeing this, I'm like, we dropped the ball, bro. Like,
yeah. And then you have people like Jay Monty, who you just completely like, you kind of messed up the dude's career, if you being honest. There's no reason why, like, it's just I don't want to go off on the tangent. So and I feel my blood pressure is kind of rising a little bit. So we're gonna turn it back down, and we're gonna get back to some group efforts.
Let's go.
So let's go ahead. Let's keep things going.
In the light, messed up, got right. In the day, in the night, no change. It's smoke forever.
Midwest, East Coast, West Coast, up north, south side.
I can't look like that. I can't look like that. Can't look like that.
Love
don't go like that.
Your squad like it's only one squad. Rep your squad like it's only one squad. Rep your squad like it's only one squad.
Game time, hit me right now. Get right, whole squad pipe right now. We pipe, about to take a flight right now. Get me feeling like Mike right now. Like Mike, feeling real cool right now. Yeah, I'm in a good mood right now.
My dog, you was on the block with me. Scream, ride or die, even moved them blocks with me. You took the stand on me, turned into a snitch. Yes, that's how I feel to get betrayed by a kiss. Used to be my dog.
All right.
Judas Kiss. Ayo Shamir.
Once again, Ayo Shamir did his thing. He did his thing with this Judas project. A lot of strong ones on there. One squad. Shout out to Derek Minor.
Yeah, man.
Also, Still Holy. I think technically they played that at the release when they announced Tory Deshaun in 23, but the album dropped this year.
Yeah.
Love Like That, man. Like, now that's two people who need a joint album. Hovey and Tory.
Yeah, they do.
They are quite.
What can you blend with Love Like That? I got an idea. I don't know if it's too fast though. I ain't tried. I was telling my wife, I was like, you remember that song, Baby Daddy? It's just my baby daddy.
Yeah.
You want to see that blend together.
I like a good challenge. I like a good challenge.
In my mind, I was like, that would be well. I'm from Jersey, so house records like vibes like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, that record was dope. I was like, man, that's hard. So, but one day I was driving, I was like, I was just singing that song. Like, it's just my baby daddy.
It does. It kind of fits.
And I was like, that may blend well with that song.
That'd be a crazy blend too. That'd be a crazy one.
Love Like That.
If you don't do it, I may mess around.
I do this for you because you come up with the blend. So I'm like,
I love doing blends, man.
That's an idea.
I love doing blends. And then the one song in this group that we just played that I didn't know was DJ Network.
Yeah.
So the song Get Right. So do you know much about that?
Yeah, man. DJ Network, he's out of here in Atlanta, man.
Okay.
He got a movement too. That he got a group of artists that's doing their thing, bro. He's come to our show a couple times. And he's been on he does tours, he does a lot of stuff, but he's coming out with a project next year. And hearing that record, man, like Highlight Reel, 13th Disciple, they all got off on it. And the video is hard. The video is dope too. They got a video for it. Yeah. So shout out to DJ Network, man. He's a blend master just like you. He does his thing. He got I forgot the name of his show. I hate that, but DJ Network is really doing his thing here, man, and hopefully this can get him a spotlight where people will be like, yo, I need to know who DJ Network is more, because he's been killing it for years in this space, especially here locally in Atlanta.
Wow.
in the southern region of the states. You know what I mean? Doing stuff in like Alabama, Mississippi, tours, Florida, and different things like that. So, but yeah, shout out to him, man. Because that song was hard when I first heard it. I was like, yo, that's
Nice.
my record. You know
That's
what
why I like having you on, because I get to learn new stuff in this little big space. So let's go ahead and we talked about them a little bit earlier. Let's go ahead and hop into some more singles to round out our time. This is the last section. Section. So, and these are like, well, I guess one of them is I would consider him like a young vet, but most of these people are young and up and coming people in this CHH space. So, well, they're established. They're definitely established, but they're more on the younger side. So let's go ahead and hop into it.
Hey.
Someone is ready to rise, you can't stop the you can't stop the beat. You rock with the rock, then you rock with me. I had to stop the seat. They took my joint and give me receipts. I had to learn about don't you change the subject? I love it. I love it. Look at my life, I love it. I feel good. I feel good.
All right, so there. Oh, my voice went out for a second. I'm leaving that in there too. So that was the last set of solo artists. So the person that I refer to as like a young vet is Aaron Cole, because he's been around for a long time. He's the same age as some of these cats, but he's definitely a young vet. And shout out to him. He just had a lovely young baby. And dropped
Little Cole.
Little
Cole.
So shout out to him. But yeah, let's talk about these last few songs.
Go over them again. The names of them.
Yeah. So we had "Good Day" by Forrest Frank. We have "Fire" by Caleb Gordon. "I Need Faith" by Alex Jean. "I Love It" by Aaron Cole, and "I Feel Good" by Mike Teasy, the Dancing Machine.
Feel Good record is dope, man. Video's dope. Mike Teasy just amazes me, man. He's one of those dudes that like I could like post something and he gets right back to me, and he's just a cool dude, man. Like when we put him on the Next Up list, it was amazing. And we've seen God just elevate him. He's another hard worker in this space. You know, we got a lot of hard workers in this space, and he grinds and remake stuff, flip stuff, different things. You know what I mean? So. Man, I like that record. He came out with an album. He came out with 2 projects this year, and yeah, man, I really like that record. Feel Good. It's really my joint. Of course, I Love It. Aaron Cole, Coleo. Aaron Cole. I remember meeting Aaron Cole at Flavor Fest, and he was so excited to meet us. It was so dope. His father was managing him. And like gave us the card, like, okay, he's Aaron Cole, he signed to the Truth label, Mixed Bag, and everything. And man, every time we see him, even his dad, I remember one day, this is a quick story, his dad came to our studio and we had a power outage.
I remember that show. It was on the road.
And we went on the road, and shout out to producer Jerry. He was like, yo, y'all can use my truck. And Sean was driving, and Kelly Cole was up front, and then me and Ryan was in the back.
That was cool.
And we were just driving around, and he was answering questions about real estate and what's going on with Aaron and his life, and it was amazing. So I always have a place in my heart for Aaron, because like I feel like he's like the little brother of CHH, because he was so young, and everybody was looking out for him, like literally like Aaron, like you know what I'm saying, showed him love and everything, and just to see where he is as a husband, a father, that's amazing. So shout out to him, and I love that record. You know, it's just a dope record. So you know that the Alex Jean record, which is a sample of Tim's, and she cleared the record for him. You know,
that's crazy.
Clear a lot of records, but she ended up clearing the records for him, and the record goes to me, man. I like that record. You know what I'm saying? And I like Alex Jean, man. I really do. I feel like he has a nice sound, and I feel like he's transitioning. I feel like when he first started, it was more like like just trap stuff. I feel like I saw him on stage at Rolling Loud.
Yeah,
he playing a guitar. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Like I could see him going alternative, you know what I mean? I could see him doing something else instead of hip hop. So that's dope. And then of course Caleb Gordon, he has so many singles to choose from. But I really like like Fire the most out of all of them. That was one of my favorite records. I was like, okay, this, you know what I mean? I'm the DJ, like I'm the type of DJ where it's like keep the party going. So like keep the beat going, keep the upbeatness of it going. So sometimes when I do these lists, it's always like, if people ever notice, it's always upbeat stuff because I like upbeat music more. I don't really like samba music unless the song that samba is really touching, and I'm like, yo, people got to hear this. So of course that with Caleb Gordon, I really like that record the most out of all the songs he released this year. And the last person was, who was the other person we said?
The last one that I played was, I lost it. Let's see.
It was another. I went backwards though. I'm sorry. What was the first?
Oh, Forrest Frank.
Oh yeah, Forrest. We talked about him earlier, and you was kind of like,
I'm sorry, Forrest. I'm sorry. But I couldn't hide my. This is live. I couldn't hide my honest reaction. It's probably just because, like I said, I knew him from before.
Oh, got you.
Go ahead.
And you a Swoop fan too, right?
I am a Swoop fan too.
We all love Swoop.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Ohio, and I felt like I knew Swoop before nobody else knew Swoop.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
wow.
I go back with him personally, but like I remember getting his the Air mixtape before. This is like maybe 2008, 2009.
Was this before he was on Suitcase?
This was like, I think it was.
Okay, because I remember he had a mixtape where he rapped over the Super Mario Brothers theme.
Yeah.
And he made it how like Jesus, we were the bride, and Mario was Jesus.
Yeah, it was dope.
That was hard. Yeah. But I love his Suitcase verse. If you remember that song by him, The Truth, it was dope. But I like Forrest Frank, man. I've been in my pop bag lately, really heavy. So when I heard that record, I was like, he got a lot of records too to choose from. But when I heard it, I was like, yo, I like this one. So
what is somebody made the comment on on IG, said that he was collecting the all the greats in CHH like Infinity Stone. Like he was just collecting a record with just about everybody.
I mean, that joint with him, he got if him and Hovey ever did an album together, that would probably do incredible numbers.
it would do crazy numbers. It really would.
Yeah.
It really would.
Yeah, but I like him, man. I had to come around to him too. Not saying I didn't like him from the jump, but it's just sometimes like whatever you put out as music wise, it's like you get used to it. You know what I mean? I had to get really used to his sound. But once I got it, I was like a beach ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? So it's just like I feel like he Forrest Frank is dope, man. And to me, I'm moved to anybody that's doing arenas, bro. A lot of people in our space ain't doing arenas.
Arena is an arena. It's a lot of people.
So it just I love that, man. To the fact that somebody in this space is doing arenas, and I'm not saying that's not Reach affiliated or part of Reach Records. It's ridiculous, bro.
It really is crazy. It really is crazy. So that's been 50. That's been 50 songs. So I'm not sure if you're gonna put this on a playlist for on Trackstarz or anything, but I definitely feel like this is a list that you can just ride to. It's about 2+ hours. Go for a nice little walk, run, a drive. I know a lot of people are traveling over this holiday season. But then this is the type of playlist that when you do check it out, you can easily click on the album, and now you get exposed to a whole album by a new dope artist. So make sure you guys go check out this playlist if and when it does drop. And
well, it's public now.
Okay.
So because I had to give it to you and I was trying to share it, and I was like, why is this not sharing? And it was like private. So I was like, okay, let me make it public. So it's public now, and you can, if you follow us, if you follow me or even you, I guess because we collaborated, you can listen to it. Top to bottom.
Sounds good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
And before you get out of here, give us a 5-minute breakdown. What is Kingdom Ox, and what can we be expecting from it for next year?
Okay, so Kingdom Ox, is my personal channel. You know, I want to shout out to my bros, Trackstarz. Of course, we've been doing it. I'm still on Trackstarz. I'm not leaving Trackstarz.
Oh, breaking news!
I'm not
DJ Jeremiah
leaving
has had it.
Not leaving Trackstarz. Ryan Righteous is doing the independent artist spotlight, which he's killing. You know, he got his own channel that just popped up. So for me, man, honestly, I felt like God was leading me into doing urban Christian entertainment, and like in the space for that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because like over this past year, I kept seeing people like really like new Christians, or you know what I mean, how you on social media and you could be just scrolling, and you come across different posts of people like, yo, I can't listen to secular music no more because of this. You know what I mean? I'm saved. I don't want to listen to it. So I would always just post like playlists that I know of on Spotify that are Christian, our playlist, Trackstarz playlist, other people's playlists, and just post it. And I would get good feedback. And I felt like God was like, okay, so at first I was going to do kind of like me talking and, you know, kind of like by myself. And then I had somebody I was throwing stuff by that she's like really helping me, like walk me through this process. And I told her an idea about Kingdom Ox, and she was like, you may want to pray about that, because I feel like that's the way God is really leading you. The other one you're talking about, I don't know, but that Kingdom Ox. So I started thinking about it, started praying about it, and Kingdom Ox was something that, you know, right now it's going to be original content. It's going to be interviews. My idea for it is that it's going to be interview like Vlad TV style, where it's like the person is the focus instead of like me. I don't know yet. I'm still thinking that out. I may interview people like that where it's like the focus and you get to see them and different things cut up. It's going to be one big interview, but I'm gonna cut it up and each day you get an interview. But the thing about Kingdom Ox that's going to be dope is that, man, I am trying to help people transition, urban Christians transition from like, yo, there's no good entertainment on there. So like right now, I don't have original content on there right now, but like if you go there, what you got on the screen on YouTube, I have playlists of music, movies, movies, comedy specials of Christians that's doing comedy or clean comedy. I have podcasts on there. And then also I have Defend Your Faith on there with different people, like different videos of people defending their faith. So like the purpose of this, man, is really to help urban Christians. And urban Christian doesn't just mean Black Christians. It could be if you love the hip hop culture, you love R&B, like you love urban music, and you're white, Hispanic, Arabic, or whatever, and you a Christian and you're trying to transition out, this channel is going to be for you, because I believe God is really wanting me to help push urban Christian entertainment and help people find good quality entertainment to watch, to digest, to be fed by, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what that's really what Kingdom Ox is. And right now, like I said, original content is coming out about it. I'm going to do, of course, interviews, like I said, but then also I'm going to do this thing called my Let's Discuss thing. I'm going to do something like that where we discuss topics that urban Christians may be dealing with. And then also I'm going to do this thing called Culture Clash, where it's like stuff in the culture that like people love that maybe not align with their faith. So we're going to talk about it and we're going to put the word on it. And it's going to be like a faceless clip, but it's going to be a faceless clip, like just videos and like words, and you're hearing people talk about it. And then also I'm going to do Kingdom Ox news and like just different things of that nature. And right now we're looking at it from that standpoint of that's what I want to do. But I've been like prime example. An example would be like for Culture Clash would be like vision boards, right? And what God says about vision boards and different things. And then at the end of those, every Culture Clash, if I'm talking about a show, if I'm talking about music, if I'm talking about whatever, I'm trying to give you an alternative with God's version, not God's version of that, but an alternative that will please the Lord more than you doing that. So
that's cool.
Cool, man. So the goal is for us to start in the top of the year to come out with original content. It's live now, but to come out with more original content. So I'm trying to find more interviews. And for me, the interviews are going to be not just Christian hip hop artists or artists. I'm trying to interview like directors, like Christian directors, Christian actors, actresses, authors, you know, podcasters. Like I'm gonna try to interview a lot of people, man, because what the goal is each week is to have a new interview and like split it up each day, like to lead to the big interview at the end of the week. So that's
so
Kingdom Ox and
have
stuff
like clips and then drop the big one. That's cool. And it's encouraging for me to hear you say that, because I have so many different ideas of what I want to do with my own with the Be Positive music show, which airs on Holy Culture Radio, but there's other things that like I talk with I have a select group of people within the Christian hip hop space that I send telegrams to and WhatsApp messages to, and it's a more uncut version of me. I'm not on there cussing and fussing and all that type of stuff, but like I will probably, like with the whole Force Frank, you mentioned that earlier. I do have a take on all that, but I keep that reserved, because like every take that I have, I don't need to share. Some takes I need to just sit with, because it may not be profitable for me to share that take. But I'm thinking about doing something like the Be Positive podcast, where it's more uncut. And I'm more laid back. And there's just so many different ideas that I want to do. So to hear you kind of brainstorming of how you envision your 2025 being is encouraging to me. It's creative, and it's like the same way like you're talking about, like with the culture clash. That like people may care about the cultural piece of it, but then so that hooks them, but then they get in there, then there's the word that's just sit right there next to it. That can kind of pique their interest.
And I think for the culture clash piece is really just talking about your worldview, because there's so many Christians that they may get away from the music piece, but now maybe they like a podcast. And maybe that podcast of saying something crazy stuff, and they come across a culture class that got that podcast, and they like, yo, oh snap, okay, my man do, you know, gossip, or he do say this or that. But then the good part about it at the end, it's a replacement. You know what I'm saying? It's something at the end going, of course, listen to the Lord, but at the same time, there's options out here. And I think that's the number one problem about urban Christians, is that they don't know the options out here. And I think that's what God is putting on my heart to do, to help people, is show people the options.
Right. So and ultimately what you're trying to get them to do is just to unplug their aux cord from the world. And plug it into the kingdom. So I love it. I love the idea. So all our Christian hip hop family and community out there, thank you guys for stopping by and checking out DJ Jeremiah's top 50 CHH singles. Again, the playlist will be up, and you know where to find us. We have our handles and all that good stuff on the screen. So until next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll holler at you guys. So peace in, confusion out, and be positive. Hey, what's going on, positive people? Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. Make sure you like, share, and leave a comment below of your thoughts on this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Be positive, y'all.